Let's do it. It's time for the Sylvie sale, the annual Sylvie sale at Chantecaille.com. We're going to talk all about it. You know, a few weeks ago, I did an entire video dedicated to the Rose and Bronze Duo sale that was happening over at Chantecaille. And my comment section was overwhelmed, I really mean overwhelmed, with people asking me about the annual Sylvie sale. You know, it's 25% off. When is that coming? When is that coming? Everybody wanted to know. Well, it was right around the corner. Even I didn't realize it at the time, but I had so many comments, I realized that the Sylvie sale itself needed its own video. Now, the last video I did my hot weather bare minimum Chantecaille faves. Today I'm going to do for you my current favorite full face of Chantecaille. And I was very careful to make sure that all of these products, all but one, are still available. Chantecaille is famous for doing limited edition shades. So I have the lip. I haven't updated my Chantecaille lip in a while. Some of these products, most of them are ones I have purchased for myself, but I do have a few in here that Chantecaille was nice enough to share with me. You know what else they've been nice enough to give me? They've been nice enough to give me the 25% off code that you can use to save 25% off site-wide on Chantecaille. That's right. Use code NFFP25, not fit for print, NFFP25 at checkout. I have a link below to get you there, but use code NFFP25 at checkout. You will get 25% off site-wide at Chantecaille now through July 30th, right now through July 30th, 2024. I'm going to show you some of my favorites. Like I said, all but one are available, but I think I've used every single one of Chantecaille's products. So I hope to be a resource if you have any questions that will help you out before and during the sale. Again, that's NFFP25, and that will save you 25% off now until July 30th. All right, so we're going to go through a handful of my favorite products to get this look here, which is such a comfortable, cool, and collected, but still very, I think for me, made up look that I really like and I'm very comfortable with. And we're going to be using, like I said, some of my old favorites and some new favorites that Chantecaille was gracious enough to send over to me, and I appreciate them very much for that. All right, I want to go to the demo. Don't forget, all the information will be down below, but I'll also put it here on screen, NFFP25, my unique discount code for you now through the 30th of July to save 25% across the board at Chantecaille. And you don't get much better than that. Check down below for information on our Facebook page and our membership here and all that good stuff, and for direct links to the products that I'm going to be talking about. But go explore and see what else you like. All right, give me a subscribe if you could click that subscribe button, and let's go to the demo. All right, let's get started with my current Chantecaille favorites. I say current because it switches up all the time. Some of these products remain the same, but I do switch them up, and they have so many limited edition products that I get to switch them up, you know. All right, we're going to start with, I showed you guys this Sheer Rose Glow face tint. When I did this with a bundle with the bronzer, we're going to do it a little differently today. I'm going to actually use this as a little bit of kind of a skincare primer that also makes things a little bit glowy. I am going to use my hands because it is kind of skincare makeup. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it all over my face here. And I'm looking a little bit ruddy today, so this is going to be a really good example of how to fix yourself up with very little makeup on. Okay, this gives me a little bit of a primer, a little bit of some skincare, a little bit of a glow. For complete transparency, I do have morning skincare on, my morning vitamin C and such that I use from Drunk Elephant, and that has worn and soaked in. So, okay. Now let's move on. Now that I put that on, you see it gives me a little bit of a glow and a little bit kind of a healthy, nice rosy tint to my face, I feel, before I put on any foundation. I am somebody who loves Chantecaille Future Skin. We've talked about this, especially when other products kind of try to do a similar product, but they aren't similar, because this is oil-free and it's it's a gel foundation. It's kind of like skincare foundation, but this one does not break me out. When I say this one, I mean against its competition. This does not break me out. This feels beautiful on the skin. It wears beautifully and doesn't feel greasy or built up. I wear the shade Vanilla, but there are 15 shades. Again, there's no oil in this. You could put this on like you would a moisturizer. You can put it on like you would a cream foundation. I'm just going to dot it on the face, and I use my hands a little bit, and I also use a brush. I'm taking some off the cap because I do keep the cap on mine. Again, this is the shade Vanilla. Let me show you how I use this because I'm going to use it as a concealer as well. The first thing I do is I put it on almost like skincare, meaning I just kind of rub it into the face. Let me just show you how I use it, okay? Because I have been asked this before, and I haven't used this on camera in so long. So let me just show you. I actually needed a new one, and Chantecaille did send that over to me, and I just ordered the shade I generally wear. So there it is on as a very light layer. Again, as I say, this is a gel foundation, and it's already soaked into my skin. I don't put a lot of it on. It feels really nice. It doesn't kind of choke my skin. It feels just beautiful. And no, I do not think it's too much on top of the rose face tint. I do not. But sometimes I also wear it just on top of my skincare. It doesn't matter. I have little routines that change. Now, in terms of concealer, what I do with this is I actually just go ahead and take a concealer brush and I just go in a little bit heavier with the Future Skin product where I feel I need a little extra coverage, and that really works for me. So around the eyes, because we all know I have the dark pits of despair, this really works, and it's nice for the summer because it feels cool. It's gel-like. I don't feel like it's building up or I need too much powder. I'll show you what I mean about powder in a moment. And I really do. I mean, if I feel it needs to be built, I'll really put it on because this doesn't cake up. It doesn't go into lines. You know this if you own this product. So yes, I am telling you, perfect as a foundation, and in the summer months when it's so hot out, as a concealer as well. So I'm going to put some around the nose. I'm just putting it kind of in the areas where I tend to get red, need concealer. So I use it very sparingly over the whole face. And then just in these areas which get a bit ruddy, a bit red, have some discoloration or darkening. And that works really well for me. And I just feel it makes a really finished. All right, now let me show you just kind of what that looks like there. It's just the base done. Feels very cool, feels very refreshed because it's a gel texture that I've been using. And my face feels soft and moisturized, not sticky and not overloaded. I am a big fan. I'm going to use this kind of in two ways. I'm a big fan of the Chantecaille Perfect Blur finishing powder, and I do use it as a finishing powder. This is it in the Hummingbird case, but it doesn't really matter. You can get it not in the Hummingbird case too. And I like this. It's matte, but it has a little bit, it reflects just a little bit. And I actually use it in two ways. I am going to do a little bit of finishing with it, but I'm also going to, now that my makeup is finished, I also take a really fluffy brush and I just kind of load it up, and I just like to go over and onto the eyes with it. It's a little bit, tiny bit luminous, but not too luminous. So I can use it just to kind of create that, just to get everything nicely placed down around the nose because I'm always sniffly. And then just maybe a little bit on the T-zone. I don't really have an oily T-zone, but just kind of a little bit like that. And then that's it. I can also use this afterwards for finishing. Remember, setting powder is what I just kind of did. Set the makeup. Anything that you feel could move or could sink into lines. And I have never had the Future Skin do that, but a little bit of setting never hurts anything. And then finishing is after you finish all of your makeup, you can buff with it. And we use this for that as well because they do call this a finishing powder, and that is the difference. Okay, I'm going to go off camera for one moment here and just kind of do my eyebrows and such, and then we're going to come back and we're going to proceed with our bronzer, blush, eyes, lips, have all sorts of fun with these beautiful Chantecaille products in the midst of the Sylvie sale now. Do not forget my code NFFP25, not fit for print, and FFP25 for 25% off site-wide. Wow, all the way through July 30th. Stay right there. Okay, we're going to bronze up. Now, in the last Chantecaille video I did, you know that I used the skin tint version, but today we're going to use the powder, and I made sure I picked products that were still available. This is the Sunstune Real Bronzer, and I got a bronzing brush here. This is still available on the Chantecaille website, and you guys know me. I'm just going to warm up my face a little bit, just really summer appropriate. All I did off camera is some mascara, and I did my brows. And I'm just warming up the face all around, just a little bit. That's all it needs, just a little bit, really quickly. And that's such a pretty, pretty bronzer. It's just got a little bit of luminosity to it. That's still available too. And it's 25% off. It's really pretty. Okay, and that is a Sonia G brush, by the way, in case you're wondering. Something I have never used on camera, and actually Chantecaille sent me a new shade of it, is the Cheek Gelee. So let's use that together. There's 3 shades. This is the shade Happy. It's the pinkest, and I didn't have this one. So now I do, and I'm really excited to use it. I like this because it's really luminous as well. I don't feel as if I need any sort of a highlight. Just, you know. Okay, so I tend to put this on the back of my hand. Let me show you the color there. That's the shade Happy, if you're not familiar with the product. Okay, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it and just dip it onto the apples of the cheeks and up. Like I said, it also has a really pretty kind of highlighty quality to it. And I just think I like this combination, and Chantecaille does it so well, or I should say I get to do this really easily with Chantecaille products. And that is this really nice combination of certain kind of cream or gel products along with certain powder products. So as you see today, I opted for the powder in the bronzer, but I could have opted for a powder in the cheek shade. I went back to a kind of a gel, not a kind of a gel that would work as a cheek shade and a little bit of a highlighty color. And I'm going to even take a little bit of that that's on my hand still and just put it across the bridge of the nose, you know, because it's summer. I put this on my eyes. I can put this on my lips. Let me just darken it a little bit for you. This is my first time playing with the shade Happy. By the way, you can put this onto a brush and stamp it on with a brush. You could put this directly onto the cheeks because it really does sheer out beautifully. I mean, it builds really nicely too, but it does sheer out. And what I really like about this is it has that luminosity, but it doesn't make your pores look big, and it doesn't exaggerate any sort of skin flaws that we all kind of have to make peace with in this lifetime. I just think it's a really kind of pretty look, and I like it a lot. Okay. And I just like that this is for summer. It's really light, really breezy. It's not going to sweat off the face, especially with the gel products. I don't know. It's just kind of a favorite look. But for me, the Cheek Gelee, which I've used in other shades, the Happy shade is new. So that was really fun. Okay, let's talk about some eye shades here. I have quads and I have trios from Chantecaille, but there is just no doubt that their single eye shades happen to be my favorite. And I got a new one that I haven't tried before. I got Rhinoceros today. I almost said Rhino. I got Rhinoceros from Chantecaille, so let's try that together. I am a huge fan of Rowan, which is now called Mustang, but I actually used that in my last video, so I won't in this one. Let me just show you Rhinoceros. It's kind of an olivey color. Isn't that pretty? And I know that's a bit deep for summer, but I couldn't resist. But I thought we'd use it with Bay, which is another favorite of mine from the Mustang collection. Do you remember this one? Let me show you Bay. B-A-Y. These are really luminescent shades for the eye. Bay is kind of a brown shade, and I just really like that, you know, just to line and underneath. It's just really, really pretty. Okay, and I'm going to use Bay instead of a bronzer. I often use bronzer in the eye, so let's go in with Bay just a little bit. Bay is luminescent as well. This is a Rephr number 15, and I'm just going to kind of put that into the corner, and I'm just kind of setting up the eye with Bay. Remember, we've already done the luminescence on the cheeks. We've done the cheeks itself. And a lot of times I would have run that Sunstone bronzer right up onto the eye as well. But I thought, let's just actually use the Luminescent eye shade for that. Okay, let's switch brushes now. And we're going to go into this new Rhinoceros shade that is new to me and I'm super excited about. So I'm going to take this prototype Rephr brush into the Rhino shade, and I'm going to put that, it's got just a little bit of really, just a hint of glitter. Glitter's the wrong word. It's got a hint of shimmer. Glitter gets such a bad reputation. I don't want to use it and give the wrong idea. It's just enough that when your eyes are closed, people can just kind of catch a little bit of that light playing off the shimmer. And it's really, really pretty. Now, of these luminescent eye shades, there's like 8 choices. I think I have most, but not all. But I'm really excited to add Rhinoceros to my collection. And, you know, for 25% off, now is the time to do it. I'm going to show you what I mean about, we're going to do the lips in a moment, but I just want to show you what I mean about the difference between setting and finishing powder. I use the Perfect Blur finishing powder as setting powder. Go ahead, there's no rules. But if you want to use it as a finishing powder, you take, I love the Sonia G, these kind of flat kabuki style, and you go in here and you take a powder like this that's got that teeny bit of luminescence, and you just kind of buff around gently. Like I said, this is a Sonia G brush. I'm just kind of showing you what this looks like. You guys have seen me do this with a bunch of different ones, but this is a really nice one from Chantecaille. I even go onto the eyes. See, there's the difference. This side is just kind of gently buffed. This side isn't. I feel it really gives it a nice finish, you know, right before we do the lips. Or you could do the step after the lips. If you feel that there's any sort of lines of demarcation around your bronzer, your highlighter, your blush. And I do go onto the eyes with it. Plus it kind of sets everything too. I don't know. I just really like it. I feel like it gives that extra bit of polish. Sometimes that's a step that I skip, but it really only takes a moment. Now, in terms of lip shades, I am guilty and haven't updated my lip shades in a while, but I love the Chantecaille lip shades I have. This is from the Wildflower collection. It's Carpathia. It's really pretty. It brings a lot of light to the face. This is limited edition and gone, so this is the only product that isn't there of the ones we've spoken about. Probably get it elsewhere. It's probably still in stock at other retailers that carry Chantecaille, but I'm just talking about the Chantecaille site right now because of the sale. But I just really like this look. It really makes me happy. The eyes are a little bit dark and smoky, but to me this would be like a summer evening look. And I like the way the dark smokiness plays off the bright kind of juiciness of the lip. So I think that's really fun. My skin is really comfy. Even though I used 2 of these products. I used the Sheer Glow Rose as a primer and the Future Skin. Nothing is greasy, nothing feels built up, nothing feels sticky. My skin feels really plumped and pretty. And I think that plays really well with the cheek Gelee and then a few of the powder products. So we have the finishing powder and setting powder, one and the same here, and the powder bronzer that I used. I like the interplay of those with one another. And the only thing I'm wearing here that you can't get during the sale on the Chantecaille site is this Carpathia Wildflower Lip that has come and gone. A lot of these shades become, you know, limited edition, and once they're gone, especially on the Chantecaille site. But with 25% off, you cannot beat it. So again, right now, right this moment, all the way till Tuesday, July 30th, if you use NFFP25, that's not fit for print, NFFP25, you will get 25% off site-wide for the Sylvie sale at Chantecaille, which is amazing savings and beautiful makeup that is extraordinarily luxurious and has a luxury price tag to go with it. So when you can treat yourself for 25% off, I highly recommend you do it. And I'm so glad that you were with me today to play with these brand new loves sent from Chantecaille. Thank you so much to the brand, and some very old firm favorites that I quite happily purchased myself, some even in previous Sylvie sales. So I hope you maybe treat yourself a little bit, or someone you love. You shouldn't love anyone more than you though, right? Let me know your thoughts down below. I mean, that's what makes us a community. What are your favorites? What are you planning on restocking or picking up? And any questions you have. I think I've pretty much used every single one of the brand's products at some time or another. So, you know, I can talk to you about them all. So just ask me anything that you need to know. Make sure to like and share and of course subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.